The official protest started around 5 p.m., where organizers applauded the firing of those 4 Minneapolis police officers involved in the incident. As the protest grew, it moved down to the Minneapolis Police 3rd Precinct about 2 miles away, and that's where things started to get more violent. I do want to point out, though, this protest was mostly peaceful. It really wasn't until about the last hour and a half that we saw any of that violence, any of that escalation.
Hello everybody, welcome. This is Nico from Unicorn Riot. We're here live in Minneapolis. Thousands of people are out here marching for George Floyd. There goes the police shooting. They just shooting off tear gas. They shot it inside of the parking lot.
Look out! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Get him on camera! Get him on camera! Look at it! It's doing that!
Basically, you've seen the records that cops keep, and cops are a lot less likely to try and tread on people's rights when there's other armed Americans with them. So we figured it's about damn time that some, or at least I figure that it's about damn time some heavily armed rednecks stood with fellow citizens. Oh yeah, Target's on fire. Yeah.
People surrounded Minneapolis' 3rd Precinct as flames grew overnight. A takeover of the building where the 4 fired officers worked and a take back. The State Patrol and National Guard called upon to stop the unrest so people can peacefully grieve the death of George Floyd. Governor Tim Walz saying the state stepped in once the city lost control.
That was the turning point where we were prepared, and that's where we moved in. That's where we did not believe that the 3rd should be given up, and that's why it's not, and that area was taken back.
Actually, there was like 7 white men that were breaking into a building. They weren't marching with us. They just were there when our march ended, crossing the cops, so it was a setup. Right away, me and him said, it's a setup. They were breaking into a business that said black owned, right on there. So we ran up, we dispersed of them. They were saying, oh, pull out, pull out, pull out.
Yep.
That's very weird. They left. We got interviewed by somebody, and 2 more white men came up, and we made them apologize to black people for making us look bad, and then we made them get out of there. Because unfortunately, people aren't out here for what we're out here for. You
exactly.
See all these people, this is pain. Look at us. Most of us are people of color, and the most of us over here are white people that are mad too.
Yes.
And we're here to make a difference, and we're here to stand up for what we believe in. And that's why I came out tonight, even though I got told not to come out. I said if I can stop one more black business from being burnt down, I can stop one white supremacist, I can make one group of people do the right thing. That's why we're out here.
Exactly, my man.
No, the first 2 days you saw pain.
You saw pain. And that was normalized. That was normal. Until agitators came in.
Yeah.
Some say it's a guy from the AutoZone. Some say it's somebody else, but we're all looking at this.
Listen to this. I was there every single day, and I'm all about peace. I'm all about all of us just standing up with my fist up, saying Black Power, we're doing our thing. Every single day I was out there, the first 2 days, we were getting fired upon with our hands up, screaming, hands up, don't shoot, with no riots. Nothing like that, and they provoked us. When you provoke an angry black voice, we're gonna get angry. We're gonna do it the Malcolm X way. We're gonna do it the Malcolm X way. You wanna silence?
We don't go Martin, we go Malcolm.
By any means necessary.
But the worst of all that we've seen has been from a Mr. Donald J. Trump. And this might end up being the scariest part of all of this. I can't stand back and watch this happen to a great American city, Minneapolis. A total lack of leadership. Either the very weak radical left mayor, Jacob Frey, because the mayor is a Democrat, you see, get his act together and bring the city under control, or I will send in the National Guard and get the job done right. And then the follow-up tweet, for the first time in Twitter history. This tweet violated the Twitter rules about glorifying violence. However, Twitter has determined that it may be in the public's interest for the tweet to remain accessible. What could he have typed out that warrants such a response? These thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim Walz and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty and we will assume control, but when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you. So, considering the looting has already been going on for a few days, this is the president openly encouraging the military and police forces to open fire on the protesters. I suppose I don't need to inform all of you that the president bringing in the military and encouraging open violence against protesters is fairly fascistic.
The Pentagon has ordered U.S. military police to prepare for a deployment to Minneapolis as a protest over the highly publicized death of an African-American man are intensifying. Soldiers in North Carolina and New York were told to be ready to deploy within 4 hours. This follows President Donald Trump's request to Defense Secretary Mark Esper for military options in handling the riots. Civil unrest has been growing across the U.S. in around 10 cities after a Minneapolis police officer suffocated the unarmed 46-year-old to death.
The Minnesota police officer who was seen kneeling on Floyd's neck has been arrested and charged with third-degree murder and manslaughter. This as more protests are planned all across the country.
We have now been able to put together the evidence that we need. Even as late as yesterday afternoon, we didn't have all that we needed. We have now found it, and we felt a responsibility to charge us as soon as possible.
One thing that may have slowed the charges is the revelation in the criminal complaint that Floyd did not die of strangulation or asphyxiation, but that his likely cause of death was a combination of the police restraint, his underlying heart disease, and potential intoxicants in his system. Third-degree murder has a maximum sentence of 25 years, second-degree manslaughter a maximum of 10.
All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Louis. Today is May 29, 2020, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. All right, guys, so we got some breaking news updates, and it seems like the U.S. government are now flying the MQ-9 Reaper drone over Minneapolis as events worsens. Okay, so here we go, guys. So this is basically a map. Once again, they're keeping their eye on this event that is happening. So updated flight map shows CBP 104 has left Minneapolis.
The world is now suffering as a result of the malfeasance of the Chinese government. China's cover-up of the Wuhan virus allowed the disease to spread all over the world, instigating a global pandemic that has cost more than 100,000 American lives and over 1 million lives worldwide. Chinese officials ignored their reporting obligations to the World Health Organization and pressured the World Health Organization to mislead the world when the virus was first discovered by Chinese authorities. Countless lives have been taken and profound economic hardship has been inflicted all around the globe. They strongly recommended against me doing the early ban from China, but I did it anyway and was proven to be 100% correct. China has total control over the World Health Organization, despite only paying $40 million per year, compared to what the United States has been paying, which is approximately $450 million a year. We have detailed the reforms that it must make and engage with them directly, but they have refused to act. Because they have failed to make the requested and greatly needed reforms, we will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving, urgent global public health needs.
Who are they aiming that at?
Nice shooting at the facade.
Why are they doing that? Shooting at our food. Do they not know that obviously they...
We're listening live to CNN. We told you before that we are with CNN.
We're here inside CNN Center. We're just in the last 10 minutes. Demonstrators have started to come up and down this thoroughfare of Marietta and break out windows of CNN Center.
really tense. Protesters were in their face. Police pushed them back.
What they could do is stop killing black people, and then we wouldn't have any of this fucking shit in the first place.
Pepper.
What the? Is that Yuba? Is that Serbian music? Maybe. It is. That's Serbian. That's not Serbian. It is!
Can I get a wagon at Ontario Clark? Ontario Clark, we need a wagon. Ontario Clark for a wagon. These fuckers are ready.